Hi Virgo, this is your October 2025 soul story. If you have a sun rising or moon in the sign, this is your reading. It's Romy here. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. We're going to open up for you this month with the energy of the Six of Wands. And you know what? The discomfort that you've been through is actually helping you to awaken such a profound potential in regards to something. It's like you see the value of it all. Which also means that you have to let everything be exactly as it is in the month of October, translating to not feeling like you need to control or direct the energy. This is really about being in the now as much as you can be, more than you ever have before. Early on in the month, the Asteroid goddess energies are moving. Juno into Sagittarius and Pallas Athena going direct in Aquarius on the 4th. Now, the energy of this is really about you looking at the contracts, the agreements, the commitments, the marriages, and really thinking about to what extent do I feel free here? Where do I need to feel like I've got more oxygen to breathe? And really Pallas Athena helping you to honestly like set the tone and set the plan and create the strategy that helps you to do things in your way. You're becoming the person that you always should have been, Virgo. Yeah, I just want you to let that land, because there is major perspective being found in the month of October. And it's almost like you needed some time and distance to really embrace that, okay? And there are going to be new arrangements that will be put into place for you. But your Six of Wands suggests that there's a recognition in what you've been through, in where you're at. There's also a sense of accomplishment and attainment through the strength and your ability to be able to kind of hold the line really in regards to what has gone on and perhaps what is continuing to unfold for you. Whenever you level up, you're going to lose something, a part of yourself, friendships, relationships, jobs, comfort zones. This is the work, right? And as we approach the full moon in Aries, Mercury's moving into Scorpio same day. This is the 6th. Now Mercury's also squaring with Pluto in that fiery, intense energy of a passionate full moon. And it's almost just like you are so ready to be at the point where this is changing. I cannot go back. I cannot endure. I cannot accept. And I suppose really giving yourself permission to accept that internally and maybe to voice it externally where it needs to be heard. Okay? There's so much synchronicity around that full moon for you, and it is going to help to motivate you and move you in new ways. Okay? Remember, honestly, like beautiful souls, beautiful hearts, they're so often shaped and carved from really painful, ugly experiences. And, you know, you are needing to give yourself permission to land softly, but also to use the fire and the heart of that full moon to be reminded of what is still here, what still has promise and possibility. Now, yes, there may be some lingering disappointment, some sadness, a sense of loss that you're still kind of coming to terms with, but in a way, whatever has been taken, whatever is dissolved, whatever you are moving through in that emotional current, October is also about where you're starting to set the new foundations in place for a self-build, right? It's almost like you're going to be seeing the signs, the synchronicity so powerfully, and once that full moon clears, it's like you're still going to find a way to be able to acknowledge and continue to process and to heal and work with this. But there's also a focus that's coming online. And, you know, I've said this a number of times in the soul stories this month. It almost feels like what we would have expected September to be shifted into October, because we were dealing with what the eclipses were throwing our way last month. And no more a sign than you kind of needs, I think, this more stabilizing, balanced frequency that I believe October will afford us in being able to just kind of catch your breath a little bit. Okay? You can diminish the power of anything by removing your attention from it. Okay? And your Princess of Wands wants you to open up and start to engage in and welcome a different type of conversation, a different type of frequency. Now, as we come into the mid part of October, on the 8th, Venus and Jupiter come together and it feels like a gathering. It feels like conversations and things are really sparking up a different type of feeling in you, right? Now, then we've got some really nice Venusian energy to work with, actually, because it moves out of Virgo and into Libra, where love's to be, right, on the 13th. Pluto also stations direct, so much of the deep excavation that you've been doing, deeper internal processing, now having a chance to be sort of initiated by way of the reform that you want to make in your own life. And on the 14th, with Venus trining Uranus and Pluto, it's almost like, as I said, you see the value in it. And then what that means is that you're going to begin to add value to your own life. Okay? You're happy to do that. You're ready to do that. And there may be a few unexpected situations that arrive around the 14th in a good way, in a positive way, that really help you to feel like, do you know what, it is absolutely time, because I know it's going to bring me peace, and that is going to be profound acts of self-love right now. And in some ways it's about less and less and even less than that. Okay, so there's a definite stripping back quality. But mid-month we're reminded that when we surround ourselves with the right people in the right place, and we're talking about the right things, it makes an enormous difference to what our frequency is and how we are showing up and what we're capable of and what we can create and birth and how we see ourselves. So it's a big clarifying message to you to really take that assessment as you look around you. Now, the new moon in Libra this month I really like. I feel it's almost, because of that Venusian influence, putting us into the right sort of mindset and the right way of setting intentions. It's just coming from a much more loving, heart-led place. It's coming from compassion. It's coming from a deep sense of gratitude to actually where things stand at the moment. And as you're really thinking about what brings me peace, you know, that's what's shaping, for me, your new moon intentions. Hugely. And I think you're on the precipice of sort of really understanding perhaps some of the ways that you have been directed of late, but also what you're now ready to do because of it. That's what I'm saying about this awakening of the potential, right? The value of this is significant. And the abundance that's sort of magnetized and drawn in for this Empress energy is really strong. And powerful maternal themes showing up here. Again, in a way that feel open. So whether that's healing that's happening around the maternal, or aligning more powerfully with your own inner divine feminine, or surrounding yourself with figures that can bring that very nurturing, nourishing, unconditional love around you. It's going to make such a difference to your experience in October. Now, right after that new moon, Neptune is going retrograde back into Pisces, already back spinning through Aries, but now we are returning to something. So both Neptune and Saturn back into Pisces. We're finishing something up, Virgo. Okay? Princess of Pentacles. We're looking at the investment in relation to something. And those Neptunian themes, boundaries, you know, what's illusion, what's real, the dreams, the creativity, the richness of the spiritual understanding of the journey. And, you know, it's in 7th house for you, right? So something perhaps around one-on-one relationships in terms of that. But it's felt from a place of familiarity. You know what this is about. You're having to go back over something to strengthen it, to perhaps find closure for it, to revisit it, and there's contemplation here. There's definitely consideration that needs to be thoughtfully looked at over the next few months, with both Neptune and Saturn saying that there's something more for us to do here, okay? That also aligns with the sun shifting into Scorpio and lighting up that third house for you, which brings a magnetism in and of itself, especially by way of communication for you. So the messages, the things you're putting out there, what you have to say, you know, really holding some weight, you know, people really looking towards you to see how you're handling things, what your thoughts are in regards to things. You know, there's a platform here to be embraced, shall we say. Now, you have had a major perspective shift. You have. And I think, you know, it might take you some time to sort of land with that in October and figure out for yourself how you really feel. But because you have understood the value of what you have just been through and what you are now coming into an awareness of, you are going to want to have those conversations, and you're going to want to make some plans, and there's going to be some adjustments that will be required. And there's going to be some things that you're going to have to take care of, particularly toward the end of October. So I see you doing that diligently and methodically, and what underpins it is this readiness for a much bigger change to be embraced. Because the synchronicity, as I said, is absolutely irrefutable, and you are becoming the person you always should have been. And therefore, there are things that absolutely have to happen, and you will initiate many things in the month of October that are going to be very powerful in the foundations they're going to be setting for you. But go at your pace and go easy with yourself, and know that whatever it is that you're facing, you also have the strength that is supportive of this period. Now, if you're new to the channel, the last 3 cards we're going to look at in my extended reading, we talk for another 25 minutes or so. We'll also look at a personal and a relationship card for you for the month ahead. I hope you'll join me. It's a way to support the channel so I can keep delivering the initial free readings. So really appreciate it if you're resonating and you're in a position to invest. Thank you so much. We are going to clarify these cards and just see the direction that we're going to be taking this. So we've got the Hierophant coming in here. We've also got the King of Pentacles. Strength brings through 2 of Swords. We've also got the King of Swords and another Page of Pentacles here. Might be an important proposal or contract or some kind of agreement that you're trying to work through and figure out if it's the right fit for you or not. Remember, second house is also about like how your money flows to you, the income streams that you've got set up for yourself. Star coming through there, beautiful. Empress bringing in the World. Yeah, I love this kind of Venusian feel that shows up mid-month. Okay. If you are interested in a one-to-one reading with me, you can find links over on my website. And you'll also find my sacred titles, my deck, my journal, and my book. Also everything else that I create to support you on your spiritual journey. You'll also have links to my in-person healing retreat that I'm hosting in Mallorca a year from now, October 2026, with my beautiful soul friend Uma. So please come on, have a check out. I'd love to meet you and connect with you there. Okay, we are looking now at Life Soul Vision Oracle. What is this adding to the conversation? Labyrinth of Sweet Surrender. We've got Golden Ribbons of Light, Sacral Energy, beautiful. Queen of Water, Healing Elixir. We've got Equinox, Balanced Release. And we have Soul Star Energy, Conscious Connection. I love the flow of these oracles for you, actually. And that sacral is just so beautiful, along with your Emperor, especially for that full moon Aries to tap into. Okay, one more oracle for Virgo for October. What do we have for you? Delphinus and the energy of love. Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I look forward to continuing this on the extended if you are joining me. Have a beautiful month of October.